is up, YouTube? Coming at you with a new song from this week's New Music Friday. We're on Friday, May 29th, and we got Just Like You by Alec coming right at you. If you like what I'm doing here, coming out with new tutorials every Friday for all new music, be sure to subscribe. If you like guitar, piano, drums, anything, you comment below, I got it. I will be coming out with the fastest and most accurate guitar lessons for every new song that practically has anything that sounds like a guitar, to be completely honest. So be sure to pause, rewind, and rewatch and show that support. Do anything you can to learn these songs because these are great new melodies that are still coming out in 2020. So let's get right into it. So starting off, we're going to be having a capo on the 5th fret here in standard tuning. And I'm going to show you each chord before I start breaking down the picking pattern and everything. So yes, he is finger picking in this song, and he's doing sort of a slap technique, which I'll teach you later. But I'm just going to show you the basic chords first. So I'm going to speak in relativity to the capo as if it's the top of the neck of the guitar. So we're going to have an A minor chord, an E minor chord, a C chord, and then a D chord. Except he's going to play a D chord like this, where you're just going to take your C chord and move it up 2 frets. So if you don't know these positions already, an A minor chord, we're going to have open on the A string, we're going to have the 2nd fret on the D and the G string, and then the 1st fret on the B string, and an open high E string. And then for the E minor, we're just going to have our middle finger and our ring finger on the 2nd fret of the A string and the D string, and everything else is open. It's a very sad chord. And then we're going to have our C major chord, where we have our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, the 2nd fret of the D string with our middle finger, and then we have open on the G and our pointer finger on the 1st fret of the B string. And then we're just going to move that whole chord up 2 frets, or 1 step. So those are going to be our chords for the song. And the song's pretty repetitive. There's one change, but it basically uses the same chords. So I'm going to break down the, let me play it for you once. So we're going to have. Alright, so the technique here is we're going to start with our A minor chord, and we're going to hammer on to our 1st fret on that 2nd string. So you're going to pick the root, another note in the chord, whatever note you want, whatever note sounds nice to you, and we're going to pick the B string, and we're going to hammer on to it mid chord. So we're going to, and then you slap. So slapping, you sort of like use your nails almost, and you mute the strings while still letting it ring out. So it's a very common technique used by guys like Dave Matthews and John Mayer. It's a really percussive element to your instrument. So, and then you switch right to that E minor chord, where you're picking the low E string with your thumb, the D string with your pointer finger, and the G string with your middle finger. And you can do the same technique: chord, root, slap. So hammer, slap, slap. Then we go to the C major chord. And you can do whatever kind of hammer on he does. I think it's like that almost, where he hammers on the middle finger into the regular position of the C chord. And then you move that up, so it's hammer, slap, just like the A minor. So. And then we move that whole chord up a step to our different version of a D major chord. And then next time around, we're going to have the same thing on the A minor with the hammer on the pointer finger to the slap, except this time we go right to the C major. And then we go to that D major, but rather than letting it ring out, we're going to hit it once, and then we're just going to leave the chord where it is, and we're just going to hit that D string, that 4th fret on the D string, about like 7 or 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So all together, it's going to sound. That note is very dissonant, and it's really interesting that he decided to use that in a pop song, but I really do like it. I'm a more classic rock guy myself, but I do enjoy some of these melodies now and then. So that slap technique, we're going to be picking the chord, slap, right to the next chord. And if you're having trouble with that slap, you can leave it out for now. but it's a very good technique to try to get down your timing and your rhythm, and it adds a nice percussive element if you're playing solo without any other band or anything, especially if you want to sing along. It's a very good percussive element, and yeah, it's a good thing to practice. So one more time all together, we're going to have. That second change we're going to have. So C, D, A minor, right to the C, 4th fret on the D 6 times. Right to the C. And that's practically what's going to happen the entire song. And then there's one little outro portion, which I'll break down for you right now, where he's using the same chords, just in a slightly separate order. So he's going to start on A minor again. He's going to do the hammer. And then he goes to the E minor. And then just right to the D. So the first time he's going to go to the A minor with the same slap. And this time you can play the D like a regular D major. So we can go. Leave out that high E string though, so we don't make it too high ring of sound. So it's pick, same technique on those first 2 chords, and then to that D, but we're leaving out that high E string. And then the second time, he's going to go A minor, A minor, to a G major chord. So we're going to have a new chord here. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to have our ring finger on our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, our pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. We're going to have the D and the G open, and we're going to be covering the 3rd string of the B and the high E string with our ring and pinky fingers. And then to that D chord again. So basically you're subbing out the E minor for a G major chord. So we have. And then to finish the song off, he goes back to the regular version. That change. Right to the C, D string, and it ends very distant. So that's all for today. If you appreciate what I'm doing here, staying up late every Friday to get these new music tutorials out to you as fast as possible, be sure to drop a like, comment down below any requests you got, and I'll be sure to hit them up, and be sure to subscribe so you can learn all these new songs every Friday when they come out. I'm a classic rock guy myself, so we're going to have, next week we have my favorite Icelandic band, Kaleo, releasing a nice new album. We got Lady Gaga releasing a new album tonight. We have Alec coming out with new music, and I just released a lesson for Kygo's new song, Beautiful. So we're coming out with all different genres, all quick, new, easy, beginner guitar lessons, but I'm also going to spice it up a little bit. So if you're a little bit higher level, this channel is also for you. So be sure to subscribe, like, show your support, rewatch this video if you need to, and go check out my other covers and guitar lessons too. I do everything on here. So thank you for showing some support, and be sure to subscribe, and have a great day.